Welcome to the Playboy Jourdin channel, where we will discuss Solo Leveling, episode 11, the last episode before the finale. This episode was a pure banger. My boy Jinwoo had to complete the mission to get his new job class. Look at the animation. Look at the power between these hits. This is some Dragon Ball Z fighting style. The reason why I love Solo Leveling is each fight is different. Like the last fight against the B-rank killer assassin, it was a slaughter. It was a slash battle. This one is pure hands. Each fight in Solo Leveling is different. So this video is going to discuss the manhwa webtoon differences from the episode difference between this entire episode. So stay tuned. I will give y'all the breakdowns. I have watched and reread the manhwa 30 times. This anime has kept my attention to reread the manhwa 30 times. So I'm going to give y'all an in-depth discussion and breakdown of the differences between Solo Leveling's anime and this manhwa webtoon version. And there's a lot of key differences that they added in this new anime episode compared to the manhwa. So this is the first one of the first pieces of the manhwa webtoon that they released, where when he enters the dungeon to fight the knights. And the knights were different key components that he's already faced in the real world. So you have the regular knights that he's facing now. That's like the brute force monsters that he's been using. Like, the anime doesn't show when he uses vital strikes, the stats it does, the mana it uses. With the manhwa, it breaks down everything that he uses, and you can clearly understand how he's fighting. Like Alarm, his skills, yeah, it says increased by 30%. That's what I loved about the manhwa. In the anime, I understand you don't have enough time to break that down, but a lot of people get confused and don't understand what he's doing and what he's using. But that's why I suggest a lot of people to read the manhwa and watch the webtoon, because boy, it is epic. It shows the detail and the gloriness of sungjinwoo, the GOAT himself. So as he's fighting these guys, he realizes he can't use his dagger, and he has to use his strength skill to just rip them boys to pieces. So he uses his speed against the knights. He has to use different stats against different opponents. As you can see throughout this video, the new opponents that are going to come. He remembers when he fought the snake in his first layer and had to use his strength ability to defeat it. So he instantly snatches out that man's soul and continues on his journey throughout this dungeon. So as you see in the anime episode, piece by piece, he rips them apart. And he says these aren't proper monsters. As you can see, he's analyzing. This is the difference between Sungjinwoo. He's not dumb. He analyzes everything he fights, and he dissects them. He rips them to pieces. And then he's realizing that this dungeon, he doesn't level up. Oh, he levels up, but he doesn't get his health back, his stamina back. So he realizes he has to be careful. He keeps a potion shop. He can buy things, but his fatigue, he has to be able. If he builds up, that's why he's saying the risk of this dungeon. If he builds up, he's a goner. So he has to be smart about how he continues these fights. Now he's calculating how long it would take, and he just said there he didn't complete his daily quest. Look at the animation. Look at how they set up the fight style. That's what I love about how the anime incorporated the webtoon and expanded it. It made the fight scene so much more like the visual aspects, the camera movement. This is a clip that wasn't in the manhwa. That's exclusive content that we didn't see. In the anime, they're actually going more in depth in the other characters to give them more importance. And I like how they're setting up the future arc of the Ant Island. I know y'all ready to see Beru, man. Come on, all the people, manhwa readers, webtoon, I know y'all ready to see what's going to happen in this episode that's releasing today. Arise. But as you see, my boy Sungjinwoo is tearing through the knights like mincemeat. Look at the fighting style, that's the difference between other animes like Bleach. It's slash, no hand eye, you know what I'm saying? It's very repetitive. In Solo Leveling, you're gonna see all different type of fight styles. One day he might use ability, one day he might do hand to hand, the next day he might use sword combat. You know, I just love it, man. It's very refreshing to see it. And I like power, because if you play games, you're gonna like animes like this, where the character constantly levels up and gets stronger. It reminds you of like you're playing a video game like Skyrim. If you know the Skyrim glitches, where you can level up your speed and level up glitches. Everybody knows. But that's what I'm saying. If you like Skyrim games, Elden Ring games, like where you can constantly level up and improve your player, you'll love animes like this. See, they don't show this really highlighted in the anime, where he has weapon pouches and like the stuff he gets, the item drops he gets from the enemies he defeats. And so he's equipped in his armor. He's learning like, man, okay, I can get stronger by equipping armor and stuff like that. And what he said, he's wondering if it really defend him if it's not on him like how it showed. And that was a clip with his partner and his dad. They were discussing about making a guild, and he's getting gold, and this gold is going to be useful when he has to buy stuff in the item shop to heal himself. And that's when the enemies are using stealth, and he's realizing, wait, how are these enemies using stealth too? They're using all the events that happened to me in real life. They're coming back to back. So he uses stealth to kill that knight, which is like the other knights were strength. He has stealth. He's realized this is a very dangerous dungeon. They have the regular knights that you have to use brute strength. I have to use my daggers for the stealth, and now there's mages. There's mages in this dungeon too. All these occurrences are reoccurrences that happen in real life. So basically, they're testing his skills. The system is testing his skills to see if he is worthy of the new job class that he will obtain at the end of next episode. So, my boy's gonna go crazy. But man, I like how they choreographed the fights and how they mixed it up between the knights, the stealth knights, and the magicians, man. It was crazy, man. But as you see, they're showing, he's realizing, man, this is stuff that I've already beat. I know what to do. I just gotta be careful and maintain my composure and get through this dungeon, which is very worth it if he gets through this dungeon. As you can see, man, them boys are ready to slide on my boy Jinwoo, the GOAT. And he's analyzing if he drops points, he won't be able to have strong enough to defeat the knights. If he gets rid of his speed, he won't be able to get to the magician. And if he his insight, he needs that for stealth to be able to perceive the knights that he can use stealth. And now he's talking about this fatigue. He's getting higher and higher. It's at 66. If it reaches 100, GG. He's easy pickings. He won't be able to move. So now he's trying to rest to reduce the fatigue that has happened to him. So he's trying to, if you rest and be calm, your fatigue will drop. But nope. In this dungeon, they're not giving him the time to rest. So the stealth knights are firing arrows at him, so he doesn't get this chance. The system is testing him to his full abilities. So without this, he buys stuff in the shop to use, such as mana to restore his mana, gold restore his health. But he can't do that because that stamina doesn't stop. So he defeats the rest of the knights, the magician stuff, and he picks up a chest plate, a gauntlet, gloves, and magic rings. And each component has special abilities, like some might damage reduction, some might slightly boost his stats, So it's helping my boy become even more OP. And he's been leveling up this entire series of events, but his leveling up won't increase his fatigue, and he can't go to his stats right now because this dungeon prevents that. The system is training. Look at that layer. Look at that dungeon. Look at that door. Remember the door to double dungeon? It gives off those vibes. What will sungjinwoo do? What kind of imminent threat is behind this door? We all know. But sungjinwoo doesn't know that he's about to meet that guy. One punch! The throne room, man. Whose throne is that? Who's supposed to be sitting in that throne room? Hopefully we'll figure out who's supposed to be on that throne. You already know who it is if you write the manhwa, but oh man, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Oh yeah, he's ready to put in that work. I already know that is. Blood Red Commander Igris. Oh yeah, look at the intensity. Oh, look, I know y'all seen me peep that in the thumbnail. Oh yeah, straight look, bro. The fighting, and if you think this is insane fighting, this is a 1 out of 10 compared to what y'all will see in the future of this anime. This is only the beginning. This is the current level of Jinwoo 45. That's why I'm gonna highlight that throughout my episodes so y'all can see his stats, because they don't really go over that throughout the anime. They don't really show his exact level and stats. So that's why I do this within my video, to keep y'all up to date and allow y'all to see where sungjinwoo is at the current level. So now they're going at it. They're going him, and boy, sungjinwoo realized he's not strong enough to pierce through Igris, and you already know that ain't gonna go right. Igris is that boy. Igris is like a level threat right now. Sungjinwoo was a B level threat. How are you gonna fight an A level threat in your B level? Ugh. Oh my god, look at that. Oh man, the power. Sungjinwoo knows he's outmatched right now. He's fighting a threat that can instantly kill him if he slips up. Sungjinwoo has to be on his P's and Q's this entire fight. Look at the power from that one swing. Sungjinwoo can't generate that much force consistently. He can't. He's not him. As you can see, man, Igris is not playing with that, man. So they start off on a sword-to-sword fight. They're fighting each other for their dominance. Jinwoo is getting outclassed easily the entire fight, as you can see through the anime and the manhwa. The comparison. I ain't gonna lie, the anime did justice, because in the manhwa you can't see the ferociousness that Igris is handling Jinwoo with. But look at the look at that clash. That reminds me of a key beam clash in Dragon Ball Z, man. Them boys are going at it. But Jinwoo is constantly trying to pierce his armor with the dagger, and he realizes this isn't gonna work. So he goes to the hands and he activates his sprint speed. And he's gonna go at it. So that's what it's showing in that man when I click that. It's not penetrating his armor. Do I have any other ways of beating this guy? So you know what he's gonna result to? He's just gonna be like Goku. He's gonna go to the hands. If I can't beat him with the sword, we're gonna go Muay Thai. We're gonna go boxing, judo, white leaf fist, and that's more exclusive content that they're showing throughout the fights. And the difference that they're showing in the manhwa that they're not showing in YouTube video is that they're building up the island, Jeju Island, that they haven't did in the manhwa. They're showing another high S rank and his scaredness of this island. So if an S rank is scared of an island, you know it's dangerous. And then they showed episodes of how the guild's gonna be built and stuff like that. So that was all the exclusive content that they showed in the anime, but they went straight to the point. They got to the fighting that we all want to see Jinwoo do. And he's talking about the armor speed reduction only applies if you're over 80 strength. So that shows you that this knight is immensely strong, and his strength stat is greatly over 80. His agility is greatly over 80. Jinwoo's stats aren't even that high. Oh, well, his strength is, but a lot of his other stats aren't all over 80. So this is a threat. Now this is where he realized, if I can't penetrate that armor, ain't no point in me using a dagger. And let's get these hands straight to it. But my boy Igris goes the same route. He says, man, if you want to use hands, let's do it. He shows him respect. He's looking down on him, man. I don't need this sword to defeat you. If you want to beat it, I'm going to give you that. And that's what he proceeds to do. He drops his sword, drops his cape, gets rid of his daggers, and proceeds to give that man the beats he's been waiting for. And if people don't know how to get to the manhwa, comment down below and I'll show y'all great links so y'all can read it yourself, the webtoon and the manhwa, for free. I've read it over 30 times. You can get it easily over Google, and it's worth to watch. Just have a VPN on you so you don't have to worry about certain stuff getting at you and stuff like that. But look at oh my god, look at the choreography. Look at the pacing of this fight. Jinwoo is trying to give that man the beats. But Igris is not coming to play with him. As you can see, there's more clips of the map. This is what the hits are doing to Jinwoo from Igris. The man's power is not to be played with. This more highlights the details of Igris, showing y'all how with the comic book, the details in the comic book, how it goes. But look, the anime did justice, man. Look how they're fighting. He's like, man, you showing chivalry, man. You trying to fight me with hands? Are you disrespecting the GOAT Jinwoo? Jinwoo's pride can't take this. He's using his sprint speed to outspeed. He thinks the only way he can beat Igris is outspeed you. But Igris like, bro, are you disrespecting me? I'm catching that. We're catching those. You're not that fast, buddy. You can't outclass me like that. So he catches him, ragdolls him. This reminds me of how Broly did Goku, Piccolo, Trunks, and Gohan. The first Broly movie, which is all time my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z. This is how, oh my boy, you're sitting on the throne? Come on, man, don't disrespect Igris like that. His king. If you're not his king, you're not gonna sit on his throne. Is this foreshadowing that maybe Jinwoo can become the king of Blood Red Commander Igris? But look at that, bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying, my boy? Look at his eyes. He's finna pop his eyes out the socket from the hits that he is receiving from Igris. This man is a red hot threat. Oh my boy, he's hitting the Naruto run. My boy Igris is not playing with y'all. Like I said, if y'all want to see this at your own pace and y'all want to see the full details of the manhwa and the webtoon, I will comment down below and I'll give y'all the links to where y'all can watch it, and I'll comment the websites and stuff that y'all don't have to worry about nothing crazy happening to y'all, because I know y'all want to see this great content. It's out there, man. You just got to go get it. And if there's going to be a hiatus for the next season, and I don't want them to lose the hype of this great series. So if you want to see the series, I got y'all. Insanely strong without his. Oh my god, look at the Dragon Ball Z fighting. Ragdoll. And so he's just analyzing his opponent. That's what Sungjinwoo. Even up a decent fight against this monster, he's like, man, this dude is a freaking demon. That's after Sungjinwoo hit him with that kick of hell. So my boy hit him with the elbow back neck breaker of destruction. But you know how bad that hurts? So we get an elbow to the head or to the back of your neck like that? Come on, man. Stop playing. Now they're just highlighting the destructive force between these two fights. I ain't gonna lie, this is a great way to end this season, to show the lead with Igris. But like I said, if y'all think this is a fight, I'm gonna do one minor spoiler. One of my favorite parts is when he goes to a Red Gate dungeon. Oh my! And I'm not talking about the first Red Gate dungeon. I'm talking about the one they thought was in a Red Gate, then it turned to a Red Gate. If you know, you know. But I watched World of Warcraft. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. Boy, that's one of my favorite dungeons that my boy Sungjinwoo went to. And y'all see that in the next season, boy. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, you're right. So my boy hits Igris with a mean kick. He gets a little frustrated, he grabs his leg, and proceeds to ragdoll that man for the entirety of the video. So this is when he's getting ready to finish my man. He grabbed that sword after beating him to a pulp. What will Sungjinwoo do in the moment of crisis? Will he fold? Will he bend? Will he continue his path? Oh my god, Igris, just calm down. Calm down, Igris. Why are you hitting this man with so much regret? The manhwa the webtoon did do justice and showed the force and severity of the power of these hits. So I could feel the hype while reading it, but I can't believe they exceeded my expectations of how justice they did the fight animation of this. Now my boy Sungjin was disrespecting Igris. He's all over his king's throne. I already told you about this, man. You can't be doing that. This is the GOAT. He's not going for you, Sinnoh. So now he's finna execute this man. Give him the finishing blow. Don't disrespect him. He was fighting him OG, right? You know, hand to hand. But now he sees the fight's over with. So he's using the ruler's ability. If you know, you know, to call objects to you. You know what I'm saying? So he's calling his sword to him so he can finish off the battle. This man is not worthy of becoming my king. And we are one like, what do you mean, my king? You will see in the next episode. So he calls his sword and he's getting ready to execute it, but my boy Jinwoo isn't going for that. Sungjinwoo is not going for that. Igris is getting ready to do the finishing blow, and my boy grabs that. Yitakun. Nani? My boy grabs that blade barehanded, which is insane. If you know the amount of force that Igris is putting behind them swings, and he has the strength to hold that, oh man, my boy Sungjinwoo is him. This is that never giving up part that the system loves, or you know who loves about Sungjinwoo. My boy doesn't give up in the face of defeat, in the face of death. He will always continue to give it his all. Y'all should have that mentality in life. Never give up, man. Always compete and thrive. So they're showing the stats of that glove he just used, which is trash can. But he stops the death blow, and he continues to proceed with the assault. Now he caught my boy Igris by surprise. He was not supposed to be able to handle my boy Igris. This was an unexceptional feat that the system thought he was going to fail. The system has been trying to get this man to fail constantly, but no, he is the chosen one. So my boy Sungjinwoo stabs Igris with the blade and proceeds to bum rush him, blitz him like an NFL player against the line to get to the QB, and sends this man to the wall. My boy Sungjinwoo is deciding to give him full court pressure. I mean, Sungjinwoo is not playing with this man. He has the upper hand. He caught a immense threat off surprise, off guard, and now he has to finish this battle. Now they're showing another exclusive scene of his mom that they weren't highlighting in the manhwa and webtoon at this time. So my boy Sungjinwoo is completing the full court blitz, and he's going to get this sack and proceed to get the touchdown the next play. Bro, look at the detail of this anime, man. It looks amazing. I ain't gonna lie. This is what we've been wanting for in solo leveling. So my boy's completing a blitz. As you know, reading and watching this was insane. Okay. Yeah, Battle Strike. So he's spamming Battle Strike because my boy Igris' defense is Hall of Fame. 99 overall defense. My boy Igris, so my boy sungjinwoo is spamming Battle Strike to pierce through and defeat his opponent. So my boy went plus ultra. You know, if you watch My Hero Academia, when he was fighting the Nomu in the first episode, when he went 1,000,000% plus ultra, that's what my boy sungjinwoo is doing right now to defeat Igris. And so he finally was able to pierce Blood Red Commander Igris' armor. And with that, my boy sungjinwoo is one step closer to beating this dungeon. He was surprised because after the defeat of Igris, he thought he had completed his job class. But no, he wasn't ready. Look at that. Ain't a lot of anime. Did this episode justice, man. I'm saying, my boy defeated a threat. That threat is at least Igris is at least A rank at this level. So my boy sungjinwoo is now A rank level. He can go toe to toe with A ranks. My boy in that one episode skipped straight to upper tier B, mid tier B, and is now lower A. Just like that. Look at the level ups my boy got from defeating Blood Red Commander Igris. I ain't gonna lie, Igris, you did your thing. You were the chosen. You had so much respect from you know who that he chose you to do this. And you know, this is not the spoiler section. If I want spoilers, I can spoil it, but I don't think that's fun. I think everybody should have the chance to read and enjoy this beautiful. And I highly suggest everybody to read the manhwa because this is nothing. If y'all think he's going crazy right now, just wait and stay tuned for the awesomeness and insane stuff that y'all will see in the future. He got the Red Knight helmet, the Dominator's Touch, and a Heartstone. He said 4 levels at once. So remember, after you kill an insane opponent, you get a skill that you can use. This helmet is insane. 20% damage reduction, 20 levels to strength, and 20 levels to health. That's 40 level ups in one equipment. People don't understand how insane that is for him. So he's good A rank now after getting that. The S rank item put on. Look at the drip. My boy sungjinwoo is full on drip. If you watched, there's a lot of animes that are kind of like this. Sword Art Online, where you get equipment and stuff. That's kind of how that is. But only sungjinwoo has the abilities to see the actual stats it gives you. Like, there's other people that get equipment from beating dungeons, but I think he's the only one that can see the actual stats that it gives you. But S rank items, there's no S rank items in the real world. Most of the items in the world are like C or B rank. Well, there are a few that y'all see in the spoilers, but this is like super rare to find. And he has Dominator Touch. That skill, you see how Igris called his sword to him? That's basically what this allows him to do. But in the spoiler section, it does way more, and it comes from something else that not a lot of people have. Oh, they got getting the chopper. That is another exclusive content that they didn't have in the webtoon that they're showing here. And he's like, why was I given a Heartstone? This was definitely the boss run. No, the quest is not over yet, my boy. You have not gotten your job class skill yet. This is when the peak is about to happen with this episode. What's going on? The portals appeared. Get this S rank. Look at the stats. This is less people that haven't. That's why you should watch my videos, because you get a better breakdown. You get to see the behind the scenes of each of the episodes. We got 1.5 million gold. The timer has started. sungjinwoo, the longer he survives, the higher of the ability that he will get of his job class. So the longer his goal is to last as long as he can. And as y'all see, they've been highlighting through this episode, he has not completed his daily quest, which will be a key component that will happen later in the episode. My boy sungjinwoo, I know about my boy sungjinwoo has plot armor of hell. This man has the insane best plot armor you can see. The job quest will begin. So now he's gonna go up against millions of knights. And what will my boy sungjinwoo do when his fatigue is already like 85 right now? The timer is already starting, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Will my boy sungjinwoo get a high survival time, or will he just immediately get crushed? More exclusive content that y'all can see right there. And look at the system is saying, good luck. This ain't a lot of pettiness of the system is insane. like I was saying, or what the system said, good luck to my boy. But these guys I can handle easily enough. But can you handle the sheer amount of number that's gonna come behind? Imagine if you just fought 10 guys in real life. You won. And then another 100 guys pull up in Hellcats and Trackhawks and they're running you to fight them. Like, come on, man, you like that? Come on, that's not fair. And then one guy, and then you got 5 guys in the back with pistols. Come on, man, don't be like that. So yeah, that's what happened. He was like, man, this is gonna be impossible to beat all these guys after, and befitting for a job chess queen. He's like, this is a difficult question. This is what I got to expect in the future. I might not have been ready for this. So he starts to battle him. He's like, man, as long as I can, live long enough and use my high long enough to get my time. So he decides to use stealth, which is super heavy on mana. After he uses this, he's gonna have no mana left. He's only gonna have 190 mana left after using stealth. So he used this to try to buy some more time, but he thought he was gonna be able to get 190 seconds out of it, which would have gave him a crazy head start to his time. But as you know, the system's not dumb. They have magicians there to use detection. So he wasted 200 mana for no reason. You know what? He could have spammed Vital Strike. He could have spammed Speed with using that mana, and that drastically decreased his plan that he was going to use that to get the cheese the score. He's a real gamer. He's going to use the exploits, but the game has cheat breakers. They were like, you're not hacking this game. Look at his stats. He had a little bit of HP, 190 mana, so my boy is in pure desperation mode. It detected him through his stealth. My boy like, oh my god, I'm gonna get cheesed. And this is when he starts getting blitzed by the knights, the remaining knights. They starts to hit my boy with the full court blitz. My boy's in critical. If my boy was at 100%, this would be no problem. But you gotta think, this man just fought blood. He fought all the knights in the beginning. Blood Red Commander Igris to the death. And now has to fight 1 million more knights and survive. Come on, man. People understand that is insane. Nobody's going through that in the real world. So as you can see, my boy is giving them boys the beats. The ones that can, but he's getting tired. So you know what's gonna happen after he's giving these boys the beats? Oh, look, the backslash, man, bro, look at it. Oh, my boy, he uses his fear stat to decrease their stats by 50%. My boy hits them with the death stare, bloodlust activated. I ain't gonna lie, that's smooth. Bro, look at that. Bam, me. Oh god, he got them boys shook. He got them boys on a full court press. So the bloodlust, this 50% for 1 minute. So this is gonna buy him a little bit more time. Another minute. He's at probably 8 minutes right now. The boy's going ham, crushing him. Look at the details that they show in the anime at the force of his hits. You know what I'm saying? You punch somebody and their head gets smushed into jello. Come on, man. That much force from a hit. Look at it. Every time he's hitting them, he's knocking chunks off. My boy's using that helmet gave his strength plus 20. So it magnifies his strength power. He's more on the Igris level now after that fight. His strength is way better than it was when he first was fighting them. So he's turning them boys into mincemeat. But look at the sheer number of knights that are constantly spawning due to the magician that are constantly summoning them. So I can see my boy got hit with the back shot of hell. Oh man, they're full court blitzing my boy sungjinwoo. What would he do? Will he survive? He only has 1,000 health. Oh, he remembered the Hearthstone. Let me use that. Screw this quest. Man, if I use this, that means he's giving up the time. Come on, man. Jinwoo, you can't. You gotta get this. You gotta get this job quest. You're gonna be so OP. Come on, man. Don't quit. Plus Ultra. Don't give up, sungjinwoo, please. You need this, man. You're trying to be the best hunter ever. Come on, man. Remember what you said, man. You're gonna go to be the GOAT of hunters. So my boy ain't like some dude said, screw this. I ain't gonna die. I ain't gonna die this job quest. I'm leaving. Mingo. The system knows what it's doing. Ain't no leaving. You gonna handle this. You gonna take this. I ain't gonna lie, my boy sungjinwoo. This is the first time I ever seen him like, okay, yeah. Enough is enough. Even when he was finna die at the hell there, he didn't give up. Come on, sungjinwoo. Don't let the system treat you like that. You know you that guy, man. Ain't no quitting. In real life, when something happens, you get back up and you face it head on. It can't end like this. My boy sungjinwoo is ready to finally lock in such a precious chance. Yes, this will not come again, and you will be well rewarded if you actually complete this quest and don't give up. So, man, you got this. It becomes a rock at the bottom. Man, this episode was a pure banger. Like, comment, and subscribe, and you know we're going to be pumping out more content. You see, the weakest hunter will become the strongest hunter known to the hunter society, man. Stay